What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Michael here. If you're new, first of all, we're back in the office. If you're new here, I'm a part-time reseller, mostly on eBay, a little bit on some other platforms. Garage sales, yard sales, estate sales, auctions, you name it, I hit it. We try to get good deals. We try to flip it on eBay for a little bit of profit. Had a decent weekend. It's Sunday night. Got 10 items going out this weekend. Let's start with this guy. I sold another calendar. 2014 Hooters calendar. Had a watcher on this. I sent out, well, let me back up actually. You guys know I send out basically a 10% offer to essentially every watcher every day. And my response ratio on it is not so great. And I saw a comment on, I guess it was the RVA Flips Facebook group, that they would send out a message with their offer that said, hey, thank you so much for checking out our store. We had a lot of interest in this item. So as a thank you, we wanted to offer a discount to, to you all, right? Now, if you have multiple quantities, of course, you can sell a bunch of them. But if you only have one, it creates a little bit of sense of urgency. So I went ahead and gave that a try. And I've sent out, 3 offers to that effect this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And pretty good results, actually. We moved a couple things that had been sitting for a while, some things that had a lot of watchers and no buyers, that kind of thing. So the calendar was one of those. Sold for $13.50 plus shipping on top. What was interesting about it and a little bit frustrating is that the buyer was the same person that bought the 5 calendars on Thursday. So I could have put that in the same envelope. And saved all of us shipping, I guess. But anyways, it is what it is. I've got one Hooters calendar left. And it's actually the one that's splitting here. I don't know. Maybe I should keep this one as a as sort of a memento here. We'll put it in the eBay cabin when we get it. This one's signed to John from the Linwood Hooters girls. And a couple of girls inside have signed it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should save this one and stick it up in the cabin when we get that. It's not a bad idea, actually. I wouldn't mind doing that. What else? I sold a telephone, Panasonic extension with the base. This sold for $24.99. I've had these listed for a while, and I was really frustrated, actually, because everyone says these things sell like hotcakes. I think I have 4 of these, or had 4. I just sold one, of course. But mine have been sitting for months. Now, the flip side to that is that I didn't even know I was getting them. These came out of an auction buy. It was, I don't know, one of those, 4 boxes, miscellaneous office supplies. Those were all in there. I thought I hit the jackpot. In a way I did, but I've just now sold the first one. It is pure profit, though. Everything, we've made our money, I don't know, 4 or 5 times over from that particular auction buy. So I can't really be mad about that. But yeah, finally sold one of those, and I think we got 3, maybe 4 left. Item next. This was another accidental buy, I guess. This came out of the auction, and it was another one of those office supply situations. This is a binder, Quick Cuts Anytime, Anywhere, and they're little dies, like paper embossing dies. There's actually some of the little stickers in here that you can emboss. So if you've got the machine that sort of rolls these through, it'll emboss your paper. But I don't know, there's a dozen maybe of the dies in here. These little like trading card binder sleeves. I don't know, a couple of stickers and things of that sort. This sold for $14.99 plus shipping on top. This is actually the second time this is sold. Somebody bought this a couple weeks ago and then didn't pay for it. Whatever. Actually, I think the person that bought it, I think they sent me an offer for $10 the first time, and I accepted it. So the fact that they didn't pay and then somebody bought it for $15, not mad about that at all. Let's see. Oh, I sold this Sully plush. Oh, this thing talks. Let's see.
I won't scare you. I'm off duty. Don't worry, boo. There won't be any scaring while I'm here.
This came from that garage sale about 2 months ago, I guess. Battery died on me. I've done a lot of filming this weekend. Anyway, this came out of that garage sale where they had a bunch of plush for free. It's actually supposed to come with a flashlight that goes right here. And if I had had the flashlight, it would have gone for quite a bit more. But you know, it's still cool. It still talks. It still works. That sold for $14.99 plus shipping on top. So really happy with that. Pure profit. Didn't pay anything for it. This is our second or third plush to sell out of that free grab, I guess. So plush sells, man. I didn't believe it, but you know, if it's in good condition and there's anything, you know, particular about it, like Disney, Pixar, you know, tags, vintage, anything like that. This isn't vintage, but any of those sorts of things, they do sell. You know, maybe not a whole lot, but if you can get them cheap enough and sell them, you'll do all right. Then I'm only going to pull one of these out, but I got this Bride of Chucky doll set. I think these are McFarlane toys, I believe. It's the Movie Maniacs line. We sold that Freddy Krueger one a couple weeks ago. I don't know if these are McFarlane or not. We sold the Freddy Krueger a couple weeks ago. We sold the Army of Darkness, I think, was one of these lines as well. This came out of that auction at the very start of the pandemic. So I had just started getting serious about reselling, and you know, COVID hit full force. Everything was shut down, and everyone was talking about online auctions and how they were getting inventory that way. So I think this came off of like High Bid or Proxy Bid, one of them. When I bid on that stuff, I bid because it had that Buffy new in box and it had the Ash new in box. And then it had these little figures, and it had a bunch of WWE action figures as well. And I thought, well, double my money just on the inbox figures, and then whatever, I'll sell these guys for $5-10. Well, as we know, you know, that's not necessarily how it works. The inbox figures were actually some of the least valuable. I sold all the WWE figures for $30. That got us all of our money back. I think Ash sold for 20. Buffy sold for, I think, 22. Freddy Krueger, I think, sold for 20. This set sold, I sent out an offer on this. This sold for $35.99 for these two figures. So these were actually the highlight of that auction buy that I actually thought I overpaid on. So there's that. Let's see. I sold those multimeters that we got. Did we pick these up last week, I think? Multimeter and a couple extra fuses. This one sold within like 4 or 5 hours of me listing it. This sold for $19.99. I actually had this listed on the higher end. I was surprised that it sold so quickly, but indeed it did. I'm very happy with that. And in the same vein, this guy sold within like 40 minutes maybe of me listing it. This sold for $36. Same thing. I thought I had this listed high. So we paid $5 for these two multimeters plus a really cool book that I have listed separately. Yeah, we paid $5, say $6 with tax and buyer's premium. And they sold for what, $56? That's a great return right there. That's 10 times our money, you know, just about. That's what we always go for. So I'm just ecstatic with that. I also sold Super Smash Bros. Brawl. This came out of a Wii, literally. A couple of weeks ago, you guys saw that. I think I talked about it, where I picked up a Wii, and there was just, I forget the circumstances now because I bought so many Wiis in the last couple of months, but there were a couple of games in there that I knew I could sell and get my money back, and then everything else would be profit, excuse me. And then when I was testing the Wii, Smash Bros. Brawl was inside. So that's really cool. Not a super valuable game, but $15 disc only, which is fantastic. Plus shipping on top. Very happy with that. And one more item. We sold, two more items actually. We sold this camera lens. This came from that charity sale. This was an item that I actually overlooked 3 times, and I had to go back and take another pass. And I saw this like a bread rack. If you've ever worked in a kitchen, a commercial kitchen, the bread rack where you put your baking trays, your hotel pans or whatever. They had a bunch of jewelry in there, but also a couple of camera lenses, and this was one of them. I didn't expect this to sell so quickly because it did not appear to be a quick seller. I had it listed price-wise on the higher end, but not like the high end. But there were plenty that were listed a lot cheaper that I really thought would would sell way before this. But this, and again, this is probably this and the next item probably proof positive that promoted listings do work most of the time, or at least some of the time, because this did sell via promoted listing, $29.98 plus shipping on top. So I mean, at this, the blanket made all of our money back practically. I think we spent $60 at that church sale. The blanket sold for 40. I forget, we sold a couple other things already, but you know, again, this is half the money we spent right here in this one little item. So that's fantastic. And in the same vein, I cannot believe this sold. We sold the collector's case, the Hot Wheels, Micro Machines, Matchbox, whatever. This is a generic case. I just saw that it was from 1988. It's in great condition. I mean, I saw it and I grabbed it, had to have it. Got home and checked comps, and comps on it were, little schmutz on there, were not great. It's basically, you know, I mean, the prices range from $5 to $15, you know. So I put it up for 10 plus shipping, I hope. Yeah, $10 plus shipping. They're actually into this for $11 in shipping. So they paid more to ship it than they paid for the item itself, which happens. And that's just because it's just barely over a pound. But yeah, promoted listing, and you know, it sold within a couple of months. I didn't think this thing would ever sell, and I'm happy about this because it takes up, you know, a ton of space. So happy to have that going out as well. So I think that's everything. I believe we'll double check here. Yeah, that's everything going out tomorrow. I don't know, just shy of $200 gross sales. But with the exception of the multimeters, everything we sold is pure profit, right? Because we've already made profit on those particular buys. So that's I mean, I shouldn't say it's a great weekend because it's not. That's 3 days worth of sales. But it is really great for our store. We don't have a ton of string or something on me off of Soli, I think. We don't have a ton of listings, you know. I don't have a ton of volume. I've got a ton of stuff I need to list, you know, and all that. So, you know, for our store, it's a great weekend. I'm not mad about it at all. And we've actually got a couple of offers this evening that will go out tomorrow. So Monday's shaping up to be a pretty good day if they actually pay. So anyways, that's it for this one, guys. Appreciate you. Like, subscribe, share, comment down below. I'll see you next time.